Yo, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Man, what a hot market. But I want to talk to you guys about something that I think is really important. We touch upon this quite a bit. The market is all about themes, and sector momentum. And there's been two themes in 2018. Recently, in the last 2 months, it's been weed stocks, right? You guys have seen me trade weed stocks every day almost. TLRY, CGC, so on and so forth. The other theme that's been happening in 2018 that's been awesome because it hasn't been that strong the last few years has been IPOs, initial public offerings. Initial public offerings are awesome because they're new issues. Nobody really knows what they're going to do. They don't even have established patterns yet. It's the unknown and the wild west, which I love, right? So one of the things that I do every single day is I look up what stocks are going to be new. What's a new IPO? Something that's getting released that's never been released before, right? Now, IPOs are tricky. There can be 20, 30 of them in a given week. Only a couple of them are worth a damn, and maybe one of them will go. What you have to do is narrow them down. So usually I toss out all the ones that are like oil pipeline, finance, banking, like shit like that, right? We stick with the tech stocks, the Chinese stocks, right? Stuff that we know will have momentum or that fits particular themes that are happening in the market right now. So, a few days ago, this QTT popped up and we had a really nice day trading in the chat room. As you guys know, I am trading in our chat room every day live. I'm on screen share so you guys can see my screen. I'm talking everybody through it. And we ended up having a really nice day, and we had a good, nice day in this QTT trading this. And this gain was done in like, 30 minutes or so because the damn stock moves so fast, right? And so that ends up being just an awesome thing to really do. So, we took this trade in QTT, and so this was kind of cool because normally I trade on 5-minute charts, which you guys know. We're doing a webinar tomorrow on weed stocks, which I hope you guys come into because you're going to learn a lot about something that has given a really nice run for us the last couple months, and there might be a little bit more left in the weed business. Right now, it's a little bit overextended, but I want to talk to you guys about it tomorrow, so I hope to see you guys in there. But you guys know I trade off 5-minute charts, and that's been my thing. But when an IPO comes out, if it comes out midday like this, sometimes they come out midday, it makes it a little bit more tricky. What I'll do is I'll switch to a 2-minute chart because there's not going to be any much morning price action. So you got to treat the morning like it's the open, right? And you know how we do ORBs and stuff at the open. That's our tried and true pattern that we've been using for a lot of years. That I made, right, dozens of YouTube videos about already. Well, the ORB pattern obviously is at the open, but we can do something similar even in an IPO. But like, see this one when it opened, it was like really thin, like it opened and it stopped and then opened. It was getting essentially halted, right? Like volatility halts because it popped up so high. So like you can't do anything when this stuff is happening. But no matter what the time frame is, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, our patterns are the same. We want to see before we can take a trade in an IPO, same type of pattern that we would use for any intraday chart, right? What are we looking for when we're looking for a breakout? We're looking for 3 tests or more of a resistance point before we can take the trade. So like, we have a resistance point here. We come back, we test it again. We come back, we test it again. We come back, we test it again, right? So tap, 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 tap. Now, all these points are not going to work, right? Because the range is too loose. See how the range is really loose here from where your EMAs are. When you get a breakout, right, you want to see those moving averages curling up under it, providing you that level of support. And so when you finally break, we hit this thing at 1457 in the chat room. Stop just goes under your EMAs, and then it's just off to the races, right? You've got to manage the trade now, which is really the hardest part, right, of trading, is like knowing how to hold on to your winners, which is an art form in itself. We spent a lot of time in that in our trading boot camp. As you guys know, I do a 60-day live trading boot camp. So it's mentorship based where I'm on talking to you guys live, working with the students, It's a 60-day boot camp. So like, if you ever want to learn how to trade, that's the way to trade. But one of the things we talk about in the boot camp a lot is you can have the best entries in the world, but if you don't have proper sell rules, a system of selling, but it's got to be dynamic. It can't just be like I sell here, I sell here, I sell here. It's got to be a dynamic list of reasons to sell that moves with the ebb and flow of what's happening in a particular stock or a market. So it's got to be dynamic. So, we like to scale out of these things. That's part of, one of my sell rules, right? So, as this thing is going, man, this thing pops up to 1750 real quick, right? So, it's, scale out, scale out, scale out. And then, this is one of the keys I think is really important that a lot of people forget. So when a breakout happens, most people throw it, they sell into that first thrust. Well, one of the things that happen that you really want to keep an eye on is after that first thrust, the first pullback is really important. If you pull back and, you kind of just retest the old breakout spot, that's good. But if you get like a candle like this, like a hammer candle over the 9 EMA, see how like you got your 9 EMA right here? If you get a hammer candle, if you pull back and then you hammer above that 9 EMA, that's a really bullish sign. And it's telling you that probably you're going to go back to the upside probabilities are telling you. So once that happens, I'm looking to add more. So it's like I've had the trade, we've booked a few profits, but it doesn't mean the trade is over, right? It means just that now it's time to reload a few. Now, we don't want to be greedy. It's Friday. You don't want to ruin your day. I'm the master too, guys. I have a problem at times too of like you have profit and then you push it too hard and you give back your profit. So a big part of risk management is what? You had a nice trade. Well, the next one, trade a little bit smaller. Just like if you were at the casino, right, and you're winning, and it's like, okay, you know what? I got these winnings. I'm going to give $5,000 to my wife, let her tuck it away, and I'm going to keep the rest and see what I can do. Kind of trading is similar in that manner. It's like, okay, I have some gains. So the next one, I'm going to trade a little bit smaller. So, as this thing hammers out and it starts to curl back, we re-add some, and you get this nice run to $20, and then, it kind of rolls over. So, you always want to be scaling out of these things and using your EMAs as a guide to get out. And of course, there's a little bit more, or a lot more to it than just writing something up a 9 EMA, but that's one tool that you can potentially use. So I love IPOs for this reason. The breakout happened at like 130, right? And 120. And it topped out at 154. 34 minutes, right? 34 minutes to move potentially $6. Now, they don't all do that, but think about that. No matter if you have a big account or a small account, you're trading 100 shares or 1,000 shares or 10,000 shares. If something can move in that type of range, then you have opportunity. A big thing that new traders do is they trade the wrong stuff. They know the patterns. Like I talk to a lot of new traders, right? In my 60-day class, I'm going to have students, I'm talking to them. A lot of them know about trading and they know the patterns. They're like, oh, I'm trading this flag or I'm trading this. But they're trading the wrong stuff on the wrong days. See, there's different themes in the market, right? There's different stuff going on that's in flavor. And you as a trader are only as good as the stocks you trade. You can put the prettiest flag pattern or pullback pattern on your trade. But if that stock is not meant to be traded that day, or that sector is not being meant to be traded during that day or that phase, then your pretty pattern could just dud out, right? There's a formula in terms of what makes something hot, right? That we talk about in every one of these videos. And that's going to be important. So remember those themes. And then also remember, just because you got a hot pattern, one type of stock, if that type of stock is not being meant to be played during that time, it's not going to work. You're only as good as the stocks you trade. I look forward to seeing you guys in tomorrow's webinar. I believe I can teach you something in that. It's free. It's open for everybody. It's 2 days. I'm going to give you guys my all. If you guys like this video, you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And just let me know your thoughts and your comments. It would do me a huge favor because I want to get out and right, spread our message to the rest of the trading community, right? We're building a nice group here, and we want to get that message out. So make sure you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like it. And I look forward to seeing you guys all in there. Feel free to hit me up with any comments. You can always email me, kunal@bullson.ws, or most of you guys, right, I post my cell number in here all the time, 517-974-1480. And you guys hit me up with any questions, or if you have any, questions about classes or anything like that, webinars, you guys let me know, man. I'm here to help you. I'm always in your corner. Take care, guys. Peace.